Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
To the Kimjang, and the taste that it provides. May we always be kimchified. This is KIMCHIFIED. Of kimchi, the taste we have loved for 3,000 years. The leaves fill my tongue with the taste of kimchi. My mouth wants to chomp every square it nears. My heart skips a beat when I see that amazing dish, and I run to its side. I grab with the sticks and I make a wish, and my mouth opens wide. To eat every day that fermented food is a dream coming true. To sing through the night like a jar that is ripening soon. I go to the hills when my stomach's growling. I know I will taste what I've had before. My heart will be blessed with a bite of kimchi. To eat and be thrilled, I will sing once more. Kimchi knowledge! One of the first words for kimchi was timche, which literally means submerged vegetable. Let's submerge this vegetable! I'm a submerged veggie! Underground vegetables over here!
안녕 우리 친구들! Hi 우리 friends! My name is Bora, and I want to become a master Korean chef. So I'm on a mission to learn all about delicious Korean food. And what's more important in Korean food than kimchi? Kimchi, 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 kimchi! And today, I'm here at Arirang Kimchi to learn from the kimchi masters. 가자! And welcome to the Kimchi Factory! I've come to learn from the kimchi master herself, Kimchi 이모. 안녕하세요, 이모. Let's find out how this amazing, stupendous, tremendous kimchi is made.
해보라.
안녕하세요, 이모. 이게 다 뭐예요?
이거 배추라고 그래. 배추.
와, Napa cabbage. 네, 이 배추는 어디서 온 거예요?
지금은 플로리다.
와우, Napa cabbage from Florida. 너무나 싱싱하게 생겼어요.
fresh.
와, 너무 크다, 배추. 이 안에는 어떻게 생겼어요, 이모?
안에는 잘라줘 볼까?
네, 잘라주세요. 보고 싶어요.
이렇게 됐어.
네, I get to try some of this very fresh Napa cabbage.
보라도 먹고
네.
이모도 먹고.
네. 너무 맛있어요. 네.
맛있어.
와. So this becomes the 배추 kimchi, the cabbage kimchi that most of you and all of our friends enjoy at home. So let's go see some brined cabbage.
Our fresh Napa cabbage friends are washed in water, then sprinkled with salt. This process is called brining. When fresh veggies like cabbage are brined, it helps the food last longer and makes it extra nutritious and scrumptious.
솔트워터 is a long life. Kimchi is a long life.
Yes.
Simple life.
When I was a little girl, I lived in a sleepy countryside village in Korea. On hot summer days, my brother and I would spend hours splashing in a nearby creek or catching frogs in the rice paddy fields. And on one fall day when the trees had lost all their leaves, all of our neighbors came together to do a very special thing. My mom told me that it was called Kimjang, the day we made kimchi. All the beautiful vegetables like cabbage, radish, and onions the local farmers grew were harvested and gathered together. Sometimes there were 200 heads of cabbage towering over us. Everyone chipped in during Kimjang, even my brother and I. And at the end of the day, every family would take home enough kimchi to eat till the next year's Kimjang. My mom explained that Koreans have been eating kimchi for thousands of years in order to eat healthy vegetables throughout the long, cold winter months. So they developed a way to preserve the cabbage and vegetables by creating kimchi. Once the spicy kimchi marinade was added to the salted cabbage, the kimchi was lovingly placed into huge pots called ongi and buried underground with just the lid sticking out of the dirt. The kimchi had become buried treasure. And oh, what treasure it was! I still remember going outside to that special spot one cold winter morning. My mom and I brushed the snow off one of the lids of the ongi to reveal our buried kimchi treasure. My mom delicately scooped up some of the ripened kimchi into a large bowl to bring inside. And even though the snow was falling all around us, we couldn't resist a bite. I can still taste that salty, spicy, sour kimchi my mom and I shared outside our home in that tiny village in Korea. I will never forget that bite. Kimchi is tradition. Kimchi is togetherness. Kimchi is love.
입동이 지나면 김장도 해야 한다. In English, this means when the onset of winter is upon us, we must prepare our winter kimchi. 입동 is the 9th month of the 24 seasonal divisions in Korea and means the onset of winter. It comes after 상강, the fall of frost, and before 소설, the first snow. 입동 takes place on the 10th month of the lunar calendar or on November 7 or 8 and marks the start of winter. White radishes and cabbages were traditionally harvested around this time, And so people would also start the preparation of their winter stock of kimchi, also known as Kimjang. Because the kimchi was made when the radishes and cabbages were in season, our ancestors believed that winter kimchi was the tastiest of all kimchi made throughout the year. And the secret to this delicious kimchi taste was the window of time when the kimchi was prepared, no more than 5 days before or after Ipdong. Any later than that, it would have been hard to find fresh vegetables to make kimchi with in the middle of winter. This proverb shares with us the wisdom of our ancestors on the best time to start making our winter kimchi that would nourish us during the cold season.
Kimchi knowledge! Koreans eat almost 2 million tons of kimchi each year. That's the weight of about 1 million elephants.
Now we get to the spicy part. Our brine cabbage friends will now get covered with the spicy and delicious kimchi marinade. Every kimchi maker or family has their own secret special marinade recipe. But the most commonly used ingredients are gochugaru, Korean chili flakes, radish, garlic, ginger, spring onions, and jjigae, which is salted seafood.
보라 김치 만드는 거 보여줄까?
네, 보여주세요.
오케이.
Let's watch a kimchi master bring it all together. Every single leaf of our brine cabbage will be covered with the spicy kimchi marinade. And Kimchi will make sure that none of the marinade leaks out by covering the bottom and making a little kimchi baby swaddle.
이렇게 해서 이렇게 잘 버무려서 새 나면 안 되니까 이거 에비 무지개 싸매고.
And now this jar of kimchi will sit out for a few days and undergo a magical process called fermentation. 안녕, 우리 friends! I'm Scientist Shine, and I'm here to share some super delicious science with you. Today, we'll learn how pichu, or Napa cabbage, turns into kimchi through a super science process called fermentation. For thousands of years, people have used fermentation to make yummy foods like bread, cheese, and kimchi! But what is fermentation, you ask? Tell me. Fermentation is a chemical change that happens in foods like vegetables and milk. Fermentation happens through the work of teeny tiny living things called yeast, mold, and bacteria. And the star of kimchi fermentation is lactic acid bacteria. Bacteria? Isn't that bad for us? Not this kind. This bacteria is friendly. When making pechu kimchi, Napa cabbage sits in salt water and then it gets placed into airtight jars and pots. This is when our bacteria friends go to work. They eat sugars and other carbohydrates in the Napa cabbage and turn it into lactic acid.
Wow.
The lactic acid is what gives kimchi its amazing, sour, tangy taste. And it's how kimchi stays delicious for a long time while making kimchi safe to eat for weeks, months, and even years. Wow! Because of the lactic acid created by our bacteria friend, eating fermented foods like kimchi help you stay healthy and strong. Kimchi can make your immune system stronger, which means it can help fight off nasty colds and other sicknesses. Kimchi can also add probiotics to your gut, which means it can help you digest food and absorb nutrients better. Wow! Is there anything kimchi can't do? I wonder if kimchi can help me with my homework.
안녕 친구들. Hello everyone. My name is Joe Kai and I am a musician. Today I'll be playing my electric violin. And I'll be using my looping pedal right here, which lets me record myself, record new sounds on top myself, like this one. Record myself, record myself, record myself, record myself, or this one. Record myself. Record myself. This one. Record myself. This one. Record myself. This one. Record my. Today we're going to make a song about kimchi, which is one of my favorite foods. One thing I love about kimchi is that it changes over time. So when you first make kimchi, it is crispy and salty and earthy and spicy. But if you wait a month, maybe 2 months or 3 months or 4 months, then the flavor changes completely. It becomes sour, it becomes savory, and in my opinion, it sparkles. This song is about the smell of kimchi, which also changes over time. Are you ready? Here we go! Open up the jar and smell the funky goodness deep inside. It's kimchi. It's kimchi. Open up the jar and let the 냄새 hit you in the heart. It's kimchi. Ow! It's kimchi. Kimchi got the funk. Woo! Gotta have that funk. Kimchi got the funk. Ow! Gotta have that funk. Kimchi got the funk. Gotta have that funk. Kimchi got the funk. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Gotta have that funk. I said kimchi, 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 kimchi. Woo! Kimchi got the funk.
Is this all kimchi? 이게 다 김치예요? 이게 다 김치야.
There are over 200 types of kimchi made with all different kinds of vegetables. Almost any veggie can become kimchified. Here are just some of my favorites. 배추 kimchi, cabbage kimchi, 백김치, white kimchi, 동치미, radish water kimchi, 총각 kimchi, ponytail kimchi, 깍두기, diced radish kimchi.
뭐 많이 있어.
진짜 많네요. Wow, guys, there are so many different types of kimchi to love and try. I hope all of my friends at home get to try some kimchi too. 안녕, 우리 friends. I'll see you on my next Korean food adventure. 내 이름은 기역, 기역. 내 이름은 기역, 기역. 김치, 맛있는 김치. 김치 먹어보자. 배추 김치, 총각 김치, 동치미 김치, 백김치. 김치, 맛있는 김치. 김치 먹어보자. 고기 김치, 부추 김치, 비건 김치, 오이 소배기. 내 이름은 기역, 기역. 내 이름은 기역, 기역. 김치, 맛있는 김치. 김치 먹어보자.
KIMCHI KNOWLEDGE!
The kimchi squat is a great way of sitting without getting your bottom dirty. And it's used by Asians all over the world. Wow! The name may have come from the fact that many people sit this way when making kimchi. The kimchi squat is also used when taking pictures, looking at something close to the ground, or just resting. Let's all kimchi squat together.
The hills are alive with the smell of kimchi. 안녕하세요. 오늘 또 만나서 반갑습니다. And welcome to another episode of The Korean Chef. So today I have gone up to the hills and brought home some extra ripened fermented kimchi to make budae jjigae. Budae in Korean refers to the army. From 1950 to 1953 in Korea, there was something happening called the Korean War, and the American soldiers brought things like Spam! Something Koreans had never seen before! What? And this dish is so very special because it uses both American ingredients and Korean ingredients. Marries them together to create the perfect dish. 부다e jjigae를 같이 만들어 봅시다! We will start with the American ingredients. Half a can of Spam, sliced up, 2 hot dogs, bite-sized and delicious, 3 slices of American cheese. I love it. And now, the Korean ingredients. A 1/4 cup to half a cup of soaked tteok, half a container of tofu, dubu, instant ramyeon, 2 scallions chopped up, 맛있는 버섯. You can use any kind of mushrooms you like. I'm using these beach mushrooms and these oyster mushrooms. So in addition to those ingredients we just mentioned, we will be making a very delicious, a little bit spicy sauce. We will start with half a tablespoon of gochujang, Korean chili paste. We will add about 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, about half tablespoon of sugar, and we will be using some garlic, manual, 2 cloves finely minced, depending on how spicy you like your soup, 1 to 2 tablespoons of gochugaru. We have added all of our soup base ingredients together. Oh, it already smells delicious in here. Now we are going to assemble the budae jjigae. It's really a melting pot. stock. You can also use water, put it on a medium-high heat, and boil for 8 minutes with the lid on. I will add the final ingredients, the rice cakes, ramen, 그리고 파. We'll cook for 2 to 3 minutes on medium-low heat, and we will leave the lid off. And now for the grand finale, I will add the American cheese. 하나, 둘, 셋. 이제 찌개 is finished. Shall we have a taste? My tongue is alive with the taste of budae jjigae. And my favorite is the soup. 짜잔. 너무 맛있어요. 네, 우리 친구들. I'm so happy that I was able to share a little bit of Korean history with you today. We got to learn that Korea had some hard times. Yes, there was hunger and there was sadness. But some very brave, very innovative cooks and chefs were able to use what they had to create a most wonderful dish that celebrates both Korean and American ingredients. I hope that all of our Woori friends will try this at home. 맛있게 드세요. 다음에 만나요, 우리 친구들. 안녕.
농부 아저씨 배추 어서 뽑아요. 농부 아저씨 덥석 뽑아요. 바람 불고 눈 오는 추운 겨울 오리니 뽑아요 뽑아요 어서 뽑아요. 찌개로 찌개로 배추 어서 가져와. 찌개로 찌개로 속기가 좋아. 소금에다 절여서 맑은 물에 씻어라. 맑은 물에 배추 씻어라. 넣어라 넣어라 고추 양념 만들어. 배추를 해치고 속을 넣어라. 고추 생강 다져서 배추 속에 넣으면 먹을 때 맛이 좋단다.
Kimchi knowledge.
Kimchi has been to outer space.
3, 2, 1. Kimchi, we have liftoff.
The Korean government spent lots of money and several years perfecting a can of kimchi that astronaut Lee So-yeon could share with her fellow explorers at the International Space Station.
Starship Kimchi, a bold taste, goes where it has never gone before.
Welcome, peckish friends, to Gina's Sunshine Kitchen. Here's your host, Gina. Howdy friends, it's an exciting day in the Sunshine Kitchen. Special delivery for Gina's Sunshine Kitchen. Thanks, meal truck. Oh wow, this one's all the way from Korea. Okay, it says here, Gina 안녕, 토스트 오븐에 김치 quesadilla 만들 수 있어? What's a kimchi quesadilla? It's a type of fusion food that combines Korean kimchi and Mexican quesadillas, Gina. Do you know what kimchi is? It's a traditional spicy fermented pickled side dish, Gina. There are many kinds of kimchi like pa kimchi, gakdugi, and the most well-known pechu kimchi. Psst, my mom makes the best kimchi. She uses it in lots of Korean dishes like jjigae, 볶음밥, mandu, and chon. And what's a quesadilla? It's a couple of warm tortillas with ooey gooey cheese in the middle, Gina. So when you put kimchi and quesadillas together, you get a new kind of even more delicious food. There's also fusion food using kimchi in tacos, grilled cheese, hot dogs, and mac and cheese. Sounds delicious. Let's find out. Here we have a couple tortillas, some crumbled bacon, cheese, and my mom's cabbage kimchi. We'll layer the kimchi, cheese, and bacon in the tortillas and cook it in the oven. Okay, now let's put it in the oven. 짠! 맛있겠다. 잘 먹겠습니다. I'd like to thank you for visiting us today. Join us next time as we find out what other small foods we could make in our small oven. See you next time.
Kimchi knowledge! Did you know that in Korea, when you're getting your picture taken, you say kimchi instead of cheese? Say kimchi!
Kimchi!
Kimchi, all alone in the fridge light. Other foods, they don't like me. Maybe it's my smell. But I stand here and know that I will make it out soon. Then a new life will begin. Kimchi, here alone in the fridge light. They don't understand beauty. I have so much to give. When my time comes, I'll be the dish that everyone loves. Let this kimchi be your friend, left out of the foodie talks, the stale, cold smell of shelf life. An apple comes and goes away too quickly, but another day is dawning. Kimchi, we now come to you smiling, having learned about cabbage and the spices you hold. Let us all be the friends that we were destined to be. You are special, as are we.
Subscribe to our YouTube page today.